Alright, we're going to redo number 12 in the book, and it starts with a 5 by 2.5 block on the front view, and then a 5 by 1.5 block on the top view, and 1.5 by 2.5 on the right view. We do have a 1-inch gap in between right here, so we all should know that we've been doing this for a while, so most of this should be review. But I just want to get it on video so some of you guys can follow along on number 12, because you guys have so many questions on how to do the angles, how to get the circle, and so on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all the views and see where everything is. And my front view is where we're going to start. If you notice, there's a line right around in here that is 1 1/4 down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to offset and ask for a distance. 1.25 is my distance. I need to hit enter, click on my line, and offset down. I'm going to go ahead and hit escape at this time. Now if we look from this line to the center of this circle, right around in here, it says it is 5/8. So if I'm going to go over here, I'm going to go offset 5/8, which is 0.625, enter, and click and go down. Hit escape. So now I have these two lines right here. Now I need to go from this line to the center of my circle, and then one more over, so I can get this line that goes right here. If you're following with me, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that is 3/4 of an inch. So offset, again, specify the distance, 0.75, enter. Then we'll click here and come this way. Now since it's still loaded, I can go ahead and go here, over. Okay, now I have my lines. Okay, I can highlight these two and come up to the top and actually click center. So I'm going to go ahead and change these to center lines. Since these nodes are selected, I need to hit escape to get out of that. Okay, now I've got several things I can do from here, but I'm going to go ahead and get my general shape of the object. So I'm going to draw my angled line. And I know we've talked about this. You need to first click on your line tool, and it says specify first point. Well, I'm going to start here and work my way up this direction. Now in the book it says it needs a 45-degree angle, but if you remember, 45 degrees is from this line right here this way, which would be right about in here. I'm going to turn ortho off so you can see. Now if I was to go right around in here, that's my 45 degrees. So truly, if you typed in 45, it would not work. Okay, so you need to know the angle, which is going this way from this line up 45, and this line is 180. So 180 minus 45 gives us 135 degrees. Now you cannot do it this way because that's just estimating. You have to put it in, and so I'm just going to keep my ortho mode on and type this in. As I told you to write down notes, you go Shift 2, which is the @ symbol. I like to use dimension, a 5 dimension, so just 5 units. And then Shift comma gives us the angle symbol, and then the angle, which is 135. Somebody just posted a photo of me. Great. Okay, so I've got my angle. Now I'm going to hit escape, and now I just want to trim it up. I'm going to come over here and trim. Again, if you don't know what you're doing, you could highlight everything like so and hit enter, and then start trimming what you don't want, which I don't want this. So here's the downside to selecting everything. You got to make all these little bitty cuts. But you still can trim everything that you don't want. I'm going to hit escape. Now I've got my angle, I've got my center spot, and I'm ready to make a circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the circle. Again, I look to see what it says. It says specify my center point. I know it's this intersection right here. Now it says specify radius. If I went and put in what it says, it gives us the diameter is 6.625. I need half of that, which is the radius. So I'm going to go ahead and hit 0.3125, hit enter, and there's my circle. If you get a bigger circle, you put in the wrong measurement. Okay, so our front view is almost finished. We do need to extend these lines up 1/8 of an inch, and we can do that by offsetting all of these lines 0.125. So it says specified distance. I'm going to type in 0.125, enter. I'm going to click this and go up. Click this, go over. Click that line, come down, and this line over. Now I'm going to have to do this for the top view and the side view, the right side view, later, but I'm going to show you how to do it right here quickly. Hit escape. Now I want to extend these lines. So by extending, I'm clicking this button right here. It's next to trim, and once I click on it, I can just click on the lines I want to go to. So I want to move those red center lines to these lines right here, and as I click them, it still says select object. I have to hit enter, just like we did on the trim command. Now it says select the object that you want to extend, and here it is, extend, extend, and these have two sides to every line, a right side and a left side, or an up and down. I made them a 1/8 inch larger all the way around. I hit escape, and now we can get rid of these. We can either select them and hit delete, or we can select them, click E-enter, or we can come up to the eraser tool and then select the object and hit enter. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Okay, our front view now is complete. Now what I need to do is change my lines to my projection lines. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to go ahead and hide something. I'm going to hide this list here so you don't touch it. We're going to come up to this bar, click projection. I'm going to turn these on. I've already got one, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me delete that. That was from a previous drawing. You might have the same thing, so let's go ahead and highlight it. Hit erase. So now I'm ready to run. So I'm going to hit L, enter. Right now I'm starting to lag a little bit, but just hang with me. Project up. And try not to get too close to this line, because it will snap in that left corner where that green box is. So I'm going to move up some. And click. Hit escape. And I'm going to do all my points. L, enter. I might have to pause for a minute if this is going to continue to get slow. Click up here. Escape. Now most of you guys don't realize this, but we do need to go on the edge of the circle. So I'm going to continue to do it. Right here on the edge. Click. And I'm going to come up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick and then come back with a different video to see if it speeds up. So this is part one. We'll have part two in just a second.